It's going to be Panda Punk. Shine, one of my best friends. I wish him all the luck since we struggle and play C tier only. Fun fact, when asked, what character are you going to be using today? Punk said, quote, yes.
That is
unquote.
indeed the perfect answer, as this man can play pretty much anybody at any level. It's actually ridiculous.
I mean, we've seen it. We've seen in weeklies and even more significant stuff than that. Intel. Characters that I didn't really expect to come out. And
he was bodying people with cannon.
He
and
sure
it looked so free.
He sure
it was actually
yeah.
wild. I loved it. Moving on into Shine's quote before he gets into his matchup. I have to play my C tier, brother.
Oh my God.
Again, it looks like. Shoutouts to Punk as always. I'm ready to bring my best, as I'm sure he is also. Without a doubt, this man was traveling to get himself ready for the best possible matchup. I can't emphasize that enough. That is a pretty big commitment to ensure the best possible results. And against, you know, your brother, you want to make sure it's top tier. Not like the characters they use.
Huh? Yeah, apparently not. I feel like there was some secret messaging that was agreed upon in advance here. Like this, they talked about that. Come on, that didn't happen on accident. No way.
As right as you may sound, or as right as that may be, I feel like there is also a chance of coincidence. You know, like the way that
the PR company had the messaging for sure. They sent the email to both of these guys. I get it. I know.
I don't know, man.
All right. So, I mean, the question is, again, which character we are going to be seeing from Punk. This is, of course, a pretty high-stakes situation. It's somebody who he really respects, Shine, who has great, records himself, even just recently beating Punk. I don't know if I'm expecting anything out of the ordinary in terms of Punk's character selection here. I feel like this is the time when you go into the max level. But what do you think?
That's going to be a tough call, honestly. I think you are right, but also I wouldn't be surprised if he went to the Ken pick specifically for Shine. Not even just Ibuki, but for Shine.
Okay.
Because there's a lot more that goes into it, right? If you're playing somebody that you're extremely familiar with, oh boy, there was definitely... okay, so to be fair, though, we have seen Shine with Cody.
I mean, we've seen them play both of these characters. It's true. And actually, I've liked... Oh, my God. All right, CFN's already ahead of us. I have seen some good stuff out of this Claw as well. But, I mean, dude, we're here to make top 8 at CPT NA East. It's Shine and it's Punk, and it's Cody and Claw.
Yeah.
Would not have expected it. I mean, I also don't feel like there's anything nefarious here where there's, they just both agreed to sort of not take this seriously. They definitely are both taking this seriously.
Yeah. It's like now it's kind of like really challenging themselves as to how well they can play the entire roster.
But I don't know if it's even, is it that, or do they have some knowledge about what works against each other? I'm very curious to know. Like I said, I don't think it's them just being jerks about it.
No, without a doubt, I don't think it is either.
All right, it's even Knife Cody? Okay.
He's used that. He was using that at the Intel World Open.
I mean, it's gotten help over the years.
This is the character he used a couple of times to challenge Punk the God, or Pink the God, excuse me. Let me fix my face. But as it is right now, Punk making pretty quick work, or at least significant work against that Cody. 34 seconds on the clock, but at least 70%.
Yeah, and a lot of that was whittling down.
Yeah, nothing too big, nothing too great on the mix-ups. He was just pretty much poking away at Shine and just dominating, showing that that dominance, I guess, in the neutral game. Ugh.
Didn't expect a hit. Punk just out of there. I really like this rangy style from Punk right now. He's outside of the ranges that Cody can really attack from. If Cody can get zonked, fine, okay, he gets a little bit of pressure. But Punk has V reversal out of that if he has that bar. If not, he just takes the mix and then walks back out to a range where he's more comfortable.
And he's not being an aggressive nuisance that we're used to seeing. Rather, he's very passive and reactive to anything that Shine delivers. But this is where I want to see Punk kind of, show us a little bit of a different game style. Let's see what happens. All right.
The overcommitment, is it super? It's not yet.
Not yet. Doesn't even need it, I feel like. But he's going to go into the critical art. Either way, it's going to be a chip scenario. Punk with a very commanding performance in the game, the first game. Nothing too fancy.
No.
Nothing too technical. It was all pretty much solid, neutral ground game.
It was ground game. It was anti-air the couple times it needed to be. It was defense in terms of V-reversaling out. Once, when there was an EX projectile on the screen, he backed off and then all of a sudden moved forward and blocked in a way that Shine didn't expect, it seemed. We're going back. I was interested whether we would go back instead to the character select, but no, it's instead Cody again.
And now it's a whole different playstyle. We just saw start, jump in light into the throw from Punk. He's one of the best in the world for a reason, man. This guy is completely ambiguous when it comes to figuring out the strategy he wants to employ at that moment.
Okay, the link, yeah.
Deploy.
Shine has the corner, but you can tell he's being cautious. I think because he was expecting some kind of a jump, some kind of an escape. Oh, man. Punk has guessed right about how to handle that projectile each time.
Oh, and just so happens that Shine catches a medium punch from the side of Punk, loses the claw. It was about time, actually. There was a lot of HP being lost while the claw was on. And now the mask as well. Watch out for that command grab. Just regular grab, actually.
It's got super, though, and given the right circumstance, could be very damaging. Early roundhouse. Punk is definitely a threat. Ah, okay. Shine ready.
I was waiting for it. Like, Shine could have had maybe a bigger punish off of the blocked slide that Punk had thrown out earlier, like seconds earlier, right? But Shine, I guess, just wasn't ready for it. It might have been like a range issue also.
Beautiful whip punish. Just like that, it's almost
what a time to interrupt. Are you kidding me? This man.
I mean, clearly they know each other very well. Again, they've played each other 100 million times.
Starting off with the projectile.
Could be an activation point here. That's what he was going for. Punk understood.
And now checking with the medium punches again. The jump ins again. Not really contested from Shine, but it's kind of tough. The spacing that he's taking it at. Big jump in coming from Shine now. Punk is on the back foot a little bit. Does have the reversal on lock.
Is he getting a chance to get out of this, to block anything in V-Rev? No.
He's holding it. He's going to be hanging out. Now I'm thinking to myself, he's going to use it for some sort of opening for a combo. No, sir, not enough time.
I think the intention was to try to find the escape right there, but the counter poke came at just that moment from Shine. I don't know if that was slide intended into activate or what, but in just that moment is when Shine brought out his own button to counter poke there, end up getting the kill. Now, look, I like a lot about the claw, to be honest. I feel like he's, as we've been talking about, controlled a lot of situations. As this goes on, though, we've seen some jump-ins that have worked from Shine. We've seen pressure that has worked more often from Shine. Okay.
Immediately going back to the Vega. Okay, I like this. Oh. And this is going to be very interesting now because Punk, being the very reactive player that he is, has been playing a very reactionary or reaction-style game against Shine, outside of just poking, right? Again, checking him air to air this time.
Shine's ready, though. Look at this range that we're seeing from Punk. It's a little bit closer in than we saw before, and yet not so close that it's comfortable for Cody.
Ooh, I feel like he caught a normal. There was a back throw there from Shine, but I feel like there was a startup of something. The pressure.
What a block. Great awareness.
Checking with the forward pierces as well. Shine is just trying to move his way in with the knife. There's the anti-air.
Okay, well, didn't quite work out as Punk wanted, I'm sure. The knife's gone. Shine's down in life. He's got to build a little bit.
And I feel like he's been swinging a lot more than Punk, which is kind of funny because the life deficit is pretty significant.
Maybe trying to get a confirm. It wasn't there. And Punk is farther away now. You see that range? It was so much closer in from before. Now he knows he just needs a couple more hits. He's looking for the sealers.
Oh, maybe that was what he was aware of or being weary of, considering the amount of EX bar Shine had. Out of there. Doesn't even matter. He's going to run the time. I'm telling you right now. Oh,
that's what he'd like to do. I'm not sure he'll get a chance. It's 11 seconds again.
I thought he was going to do it, but now he's just going in 2 times over. Gets anti-aired. Here comes Shine. What a time to use that reversal, perfectly threading the needle. You already knew. You knew. I like that. He conditioned him so well, by the way, to anticipate maybe a normal an air approach. And at the last second, dashing in his face. That was so smart from Punk.
It's match point.
And you got to think of yourself as Shine is like, how am I going to close the gap on this guy, man? I can't figure out when he wants to throw out his normals.
It's a slow process. You can tell.
But the normals that Punk has been using has been so deliberate. It's been sending so many mixed messages for Shine, but Punk is like, yeah, I know exactly what I want to do to control you at least.
Here's Shine getting great awareness for himself. The interruption comes, but it's not enough.
Ooh, big whiff punish. I'd imagine Shine wanted to go for that to hit and get a trigger activation, but now what a time to interrupt. Ugh.
One of the offense, and Punk's very dangerous now. He does have super.
Yeah, one touch could potentially kill from Punk. Oh, that's it!
no!
What? Listen,
wow.
so he walked up. If you were to slow that down, he legit just walked up and jumped. And so did Shine. He walked up and jumped out of CFN.
Yeah, he definitely jumped out.
Wow. Wow. And what a call out. I could tell Shine was shaking his head. Like, he wasn't like fully defeated, but like, you know, kind of sad about it. You could tell in that very moment when Punk called him out, intentionally getting hit and jumping out that way to get the reset, you knew Shine was like, that was actually pretty good. That was checkmate. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here and move on to losers. But man, Punk advancing into top 8 as expected, but in that fashion, completely unexpected.